What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA playoffs, Friday, May 10th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, we've got a single slate showdown today between the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. The Golden State Warriors lead the series 3-2, and they're playing in Houston. Okay, at the top, we have James Harden from the Houston Rockets. James Harden has scored 59, 64, and 64 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 62 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 37 minutes per game with a 41% usage rate. James Harden has played 39 to 45 minutes in the last 3 games. It's win or go home here, so you know James Harden is going to be out there as many minutes as he can handle. James Harden is $11,800 DraftKings salary. He's $5,200 more on FanDuel, projected at 62.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.3 times value. There's an implied total of 213.5 points in this game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. James Harden is going to need to step up to get past the Warriors. Remember, there's no Kevon Durant, so the Warriors take a big hit to their defense. So I love James Harden here versus the Golden State Warriors. So our DFS tools for MLB baseball are now live and working. You can click on the MLB tab to change sports and check the tools out for baseball. They're really helpful. They're going to save you guys a ton of research time. Remember, we added projected ownership, and that will be updating throughout the day as injury news changes. We also added the fantasy points per minute stat here for each player. And we also added a stat that's new to the industry. We call it the hit percentage, and it's the percent chance this player has to hit value at his current DFS salary. And you can access all these new stats even on mobile devices by tapping the dash rank icon. And we've also added custom exposures. So you can go through each player and set the max exposure you want in your lineups. And we've added a late swap optimizer, which allows you to download your lineups from DraftKings or FanDuel, re-optimize them using your custom exposure settings, and then you can upload them back to your DFS site, and you can edit as many entries as you want in seconds. This allows you to get a huge advantage over the field when there's late breaking news. Okay, so the other Houston Rocket that I like is Chris Paul. Chris Paul has scored 30, 35, and 38 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 38.4 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 32 minutes per game with a 23% usage rate. Chris Paul has been playing 35 to 43 minutes per game, so you know he's going to be out there 40 plus minutes. Chris Paul is $7,800 DraftKings salary. He's $5,200 more on FanDuel, projected at 42.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.5 times value. Chris Paul is going to have to step up and be more aggressive. James Harden and Chris Paul have to be the superstars tonight. I expect them both to be hot at home. So I like Chris Paul here versus the Golden State Warriors. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, so Kevon Durant is going to be out for this game, so I like Stephen Curry from the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry has scored 40, 50, and 30 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 46.4 fantasy points per game on the season and an average of 34 minutes per game with a 31% usage rate. Stephen Curry is playing 43 to 44 minutes a game. Stephen Curry is $10,400 DraftKings salary. He's $4,100 more on FanDuel, projected at 56.3 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. Stephen Curry is a great option for captain. It was like night and day when Durant went out. Stephen Curry wasn't playing very well. Durant goes out, and then Stephen Curry starts hitting threes, making shots, driving to the hoop. So it's kind of like Stephen Curry was deferring to Durant, but now without Durant on the floor, Stephen Curry's got to be that Golden State superstar. He's going to be taking all the shots. He'll have the ball in his hands almost the whole time, so I love Stephen Curry here versus the Houston Rockets. So the other Warrior that benefits with Kevin Durant off the floor is Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has scored 42, 23, and 35 fantasy points in the last 3 games of the playoffs, averaging 34.1 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game with a 26% usage rate. Klay Thompson played 44 minutes last game after Kevin Durant went out. Klay Thompson is $8,400 DraftKings salary. He's $4,100 more on FanDuel, projected at 39.7 fantasy points here tonight. That's 4.7 times value. So Draymond Green doesn't benefit as much as you may think without Durant and without Boogie Cousins. It's Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry who benefit the most. Klay Thompson's got that 50-point upside, and he turned it on after Durant went out. He put up 42 fantasy points last game, and a lot of that was because of the usage that he got with Durant off the court. Look for Klay Thompson to stay hot. He's going to get a ton of looks tonight. So I love Klay Thompson here versus the Houston Rockets. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at some value plays. I like Kevon Looney from the Golden State Warriors. This guy really does look Looney out there on the court. He's got a perfect last name, and he's been real effective. Kevon Looney scored 23 fantasy points in 22 minutes last game, averaging 17.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 19 minutes per game with a 13% usage rate. Kevon Looney is $3,800 DraftKings salary. He's $3,700 more on FanDuel, projected at 23.1 fantasy points here tonight. That's 6.1 times value. Kevon Looney is another guy who I think is going to benefit without Durant. It's going to solidify his minutes, and it's going to open up a few more rebounds, maybe a putback or two. You're going to need guys like Kevon Looney to fit those studs in. So I like Kevon Looney here versus the Houston Rockets. Okay, and if we're looking real deep for value, keep an eye on the starting lineup for the Golden State Warriors. If Jonas Jerebko is in the starting lineup, he's going to be a smash play here tonight. Jonas Jerebko averaged 14.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 17 minutes per game with a 15% usage rate. Jonas Jerebko is only $1,800 DraftKings salary. He's $4,200 more on FanDuel. So I love that DraftKings price, projected at 12.6 fantasy points here tonight. That's 7 times value. So if Jonas Jerebko gets the start, you've got to get him in your lineup. Even if he's not in the starting lineup, he should get extra minutes. So I like Jonas Jerebko here versus the Houston Rockets. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.